and welcome to the legendary Starkbierfest. And if you're not familiar with the Starkbierfest, it's a wild and wonderful celebration of all things multi and magnificent.
And let me tell you, the beer here ain't for the faint of heart. We're talking about traditional strong beer that weighs in at a delicious 7.5%.
The Starkbierfest is more than just about the strong beer, but let's be honest, that's pretty much the reason that everyone comes here to have a lot of fun every year. Now I know what you're thinking. Hey Drunktopus, my liver can only handle so much. And I hear you, but there's something here for everybody. And if you're feeling intimidated by the Stark beer, there's also a Helles or a refreshing Radler that you can grab. Yep, you're in for a great time, and probably a nap in the afternoon. And if you want the full experience, you're going to need to make the pilgrimage to what's said to be the original location, here at the Nokkeberg. Starting during the 17th century, when the monks of the Polana brewery began brewing a stronger beer to sustain themselves through the fasting period. The beer became so popular they started selling it to the general public, and hence the Starkbierfest was born. So one kind viewer on my last video said you should make the videos longer. But then I had a question, how much longer should I make them? Is it this long? The history of strong beer in Bavaria begins here, and it was the Paulaner monks who invented this bottom-fermenting double bock known as their Lenten brew, always according to the original recipe, which has been continuously refined over the years. 40 days? Well, the monks at the Paulaner monastery in the 17th century Germany faced a delicious dilemma. They couldn't eat solid food during the Lent period, but manual labor and prayer require some serious energy. Enter the Salvator, considered the father of all double bock beers, whose names always end in ator. Salvator, which means savior in Latin, is a strong malty brew, basically liquid bread for these devout dudes. See, the Salvator was about moderation and keeping the body fueled for spiritual pursuits. Plus, let's be honest, a little reward at the end of a long day of prayer probably isn't the worst thing. Cheers to the Paulaner monks and their clever solutions to Lenten libations. Now, let's get back to the party. Hey, and if you've made it this far in the video, cheers to you too.
And today, the festival is celebrated in
many beer halls and many more locations and beer gardens here in Munich, and typically starts at the beginning of March here at the Paulaner on Nokkeberg from 1650 in the 40 days leading up to Lent. Now, let's face it, you're going to drink the strong beer, so get something to eat. I strongly recommend you do. Not just to have some food in your stomach, but it's a great chance to sample some of the traditional Bavarian cuisine here. No experience is complete without indulging with some of the delicious food. We're talking about sausages, pretzels, roast pork knuckles, and other tasty treats. But let's be honest, it's the chicken. It's all about the chicken. Now, in an orderly German fashion and almost by design, as you finish up with your food, the band kicks into high gear. The festival comes alive with the sounds of traditional Bavarian songs and some more popular sing-along tunes. They'll have you standing on the benches, clapping and singing along in no time, creating a lively atmosphere that perfectly complements the experience. Now, I mentioned the alcohol content already, but I really want to make this clear. Take it from me, someone who usually ends up at home on the couch at about 6 p.m. with little recollection on how I actually got there. Do not drink too much too quickly, especially if you're a first-time visitor and don't know how to get home. With all the hype, the excitement, and the Gemütlichkeit going on, your first liter of Stark beer could have you singing. So regardless of whether you're a beer aficionado or just want an unforgettable cultural experience, any of the Starkbierfest locations are going to be great for you. Just remember to pace yourself and know how to get home. And most importantly, Prost.